And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Magic Cat. Yes, this cat is magical. He's trying to cast spells, and he's trying to cast them quickly before everyone else. This is kind of a speed game, in which you're trying to collect ingredients to fill up your potions, and by making silly words up as you do so. I had a chance to play this one with my kids. Unfortunately, they're not here to do the review with me, but I can tell you what they thought of it right after this. Stare into the vortex of magic, which is actually just the box, and it's used for this game. Each player is going to have their own color, their magical tile of their color, and one person is given the start marker. Each player is also going to get a card here that shows a potion bottle that can hold 3 ingredients. 4 piles of cards are placed near the table. The top card of 3 of them is put face up. The one is left face down. Now one player, the start player, is going to go first, and they're going to make up a spell. So maybe their spell will be abracadabra, or their spell can be moo, or it can be booyah, whatever. So they'll throw this in the middle and say, start booyah. Now everyone except them can now throw their tiles in the middle. They simply have to say the number, the ordinal number. So maybe green says first booyah, black says second booyah, yellow says third booyah. Red and purple say fourth booyah. Since they both said the same number at the same time, they both get nothing. In fact, they get worse than nothing. They get one of these curse tokens. Now, so you're trying to say a number, but you don't want to say the same number as anyone else. And since blue delayed so long about throwing his in, he gets nothing because once people tie, everyone else after them gets nothing. So you can go first and say first, but realize if someone else is first at the same time as you, then you both cancel each other out. So after the canceling out is done, if there is any, then in order of people putting them in, they can take one of these cards. If they take the top card, that card is flipped over. Now some of the cards are ingredients. When you take them, you assign them to one of your potions. Other cards are new potions. This one here, by the way, needs any 3 ingredients to give 3 points. This needs 5 different ingredients and it gets 10 points. If, when the card is flipped over, it's a curse card, you get that automatically, which counts as the same as a curse token. If you take one of these cards, they're simply worth a point at the end of the game. And this is going to continue to happen until 2 of these piles are completely eliminated. At that point, whoever has the most points, potions that are completely filled, plus these, and whoever has the most of these is going to lose 3 points. Whoever has the most points is going to win the game. After each round of the game, whoever was the person who said first will be the start person. And remember, whatever you say, you could say Vasel is the greatest is your spell, but then you can't be first. So everyone else would have to say Vasel is the greatest first, Vasel is the greatest. You could be second, that's fine. But anyhow, and that's how the game is played. Magic Cat is a silly style game. I mean, the fact that you can say any spell you want when you throw it in there is fun. I mean, at first we were saying stuff like meow and dog, but pretty soon it was like, that is not smart. Or the favorite kid one was, I'm stupid, just to make everybody else say, I'm stupid first, I'm stupid second, I'm stupid third. And then the act of throwing it in there. It is a little wonky though timing-wise, okay? Let's say I say, first, and someone else is about to say it. If they get like out of their mouth, are they tying me? When do they stop? That is a little confusing, and I mean the group's gonna have to decide that. But because you can say things whenever you want and go there, it can cause some problems. Also, everyone can sit there and wait, or people shout and put their things down. It can get kind of messy. Also, the numbers of the game don't add up, especially the more players you add in. The more players you add in, the more difficult it gets to fill any potion. Sure, you can fill your initial 3 potion, that's not a problem. But and you have to put your ingredients out. You could try for one of these bigger potions, but there's a lot of these potion bottles in this deck. There's one for 7 points, that's 4 different kinds. And there's a lot of these potion bottles. If you get more than 1 potion bottle, to get both of them filled up, the cards are going to run out quickly enough that that's very difficult to do. And you don't know what's going to be on the tops of these. You can draw from the top one, hoping it's good. It just didn't. It felt tough. And in a party game like this, there shouldn't be something that's difficult. I do like the graphics. I do like the colors. They're easy to see. Although, unfortunately, there's not any real way to differentiate the colors, which could be problematic for colorblind folk. The whole thing is interesting, but it just doesn't work as well. And the kids enjoyed parts of it. They enjoyed, shouting out the weird names, throwing the cards down, trying to outguess each other, but it didn't leave any kind of lasting impression, and the game caused a few arguments that should not have been there because the timing system is just a little more wonky. It's speed, and then if two people shout it at the same time, the person who decided to pause and not shout at the same time still gets cut out of the mix. So if I know I'm going to get cut out of the mix because you guys are saying it, why not just join in? But then you don't get the negative token. I don't know. The whole thing it was kind of there, but wasn't very satisfactory to all who played. But, you might be interested in it. It certainly has some interesting ideas. I'd like to see this maybe explored and developed a little further, but silliness still abounds in Magic Cat. Dice Tower Judgment. Cute, but that's it.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Chiudi la porta!